Hey folks, Coach Simon here from Velo Performance. Now I hope you're all well and hope you're managing to get out on your bikes a lot and hope your training is going really good. Now this week, what I thought I'd talk about in Coach's Corner is breakfast really the most important meal of the day? At 51, what interests me the most is making sure that I'm eating the right foods to support training and keeping as much lean muscle mass as possible. Because look, endurance sports are not great for retaining muscle. And as I get older, I know it's going to be even harder to maintain my muscle mass. And that's why high protein diets, specific training and strength training is so crucial to be putting into your training. Now, I'll talk about that more later on in the video. Let's go back to talking about breakfast. Now, I hear a lot of people singing the praises of and the performance benefits of things like fasting and delaying meal times. Now, should we be thinking this way as older athletes, as older cyclists? Well, look, this study shows that missing breakfast resulted in a decreased power output by 3% in evening training. The great thing about this study design is that both the breakfast and the non-breakfast participants ate the same calorie and macronutrient profile with the timing of the meals. That was the only difference. The non-breakfast participants experienced harder perception of effort in their training and a 3% drop in power compared to the breakfast eaters. That's a 3% drop in power purely because they missed out on breakfast. Again, what this signifies to me is that dieting principles such as fasting maybe not be the best thing that older cyclists should be focusing on, because we want to try and hold on to as much lean muscle mass as possible. And I don't know about you, that if I'm training later on in the evening, I don't want to be losing 3% power in my really tough training sessions, because that means your quality is dropping. When you look at the body of evidence in nutrition, eating a higher protein diet spread between 4 and 6 meals a day, evenly across the day, is the kind of sweet spot for retaining as much lean muscle mass as possible. And it's definitely something you should be considering if you're trying to grow your muscle in your powerhouse. And this is why I think prolonged fasting is not a good nutritional approach for that. I made a video all about protein and I'll put that on an end screen at the end of this video. Protein is not the only thing we need to be focusing on. We need to think about eating more carbohydrates in our diet, because carbohydrates are muscle sparing. And what that means is eating more carbohydrates with a higher protein diet will help you perform better and retain more muscle. The problem is that cyclists are still a little bit carbophobic. There is still that misunderstanding that eating carbohydrates dramatically increases body fat and weight gain. Now, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but the one thing that's going to make you heavier and make you gain weight is overeating calories. Don't demonize any particular food. Just look at your diet and how many calories you're eating on a day-to-day basis. Let's cap this video off. So if you don't want to lose 3% of your power in training later on in the day, most important thing is eat your breakfast. And if you want to keep as much muscle power as possible, especially as you're getting older, make sure you're eating between 4 and 6 high protein meals throughout the day. Righty, that's it for this week. If you've liked this video, do me a favor, hit like. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. And look, if you really like this video, do me a favor even more and share this with your friends. If you want to talk more about nutrition or you want to ask me a question, stick some comments in the box below, and I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put some links to some of the studies that I've been talking about and referencing from in the comments under this video. Right, that's it this week. I'll see you next week. Cheers. You can't see it, but there's a massive blue bottle flying around here, and it's just every now and again it buzzes past me as I'm trying to do these videos.